Good morning, student. I once again welcome you in this virtual platforms. As you know, we had already started the second lesson of our syllabus, that is the three questions written by Leo Tolstoy. We had seen some part of these lessons. We had also seen that there is one important character, that is a king. The king has three questions and he need a satisfactory answer of these three questions. What were these three questions? The first was, uh, what is the right time to do things? And for that he got the various answers, and the answer was given by number of persons in number of way. He demanded that what is the right time to do anything or the any actions. For that, some says that you have to make the plan of the whole years and implement your actions according to that plan. Some says that you must hire some wise persons so that they will suggest you. Some says that there is no such a action plans for that. You have to act according to your own. There are also some persons who suggest that there are some situations that you cannot take the advice of other peoples. So various answer to the same questions. And to second questions, what answer he got? Now let's see in this video. Equally various were the answer to the second questions. Some said the peop- some said the people the king most needed were his counselor. Other, the priest. Other, the doctor. While the some said the warrior were the most necessary. So second question, what was the second question? Who is the important persons? Who is the important man in his uh, life? To whom he can say that this is the important person. So for that questions, he got the answers differently from different persons. Some suggest that the king most needed his counselor. Counselor means one who gives suggestions, advice. Other suggest that the king need priest. Priest means मराठीमध्ये आपण पुजारी ज्याला म्हणतो. Other suggest that the king needs doctor, and other also suggest that king need warrior, the fighter. The different answer, the different answer he got from the different people. And as far as the third question is concerned, what answer he got? Let's see. To the third question, as to what was the most important occupations. Some reply that the most important thing in the world was science. And to these questions, some reply that the king need the science. Others said it was the skill in warfare, and others also suggest that he need skill, technique, how to be expert in war. And other again it was a religious worship, and other also stress on the religious matter. But with that answer, the king didn't satisfied. So what's happened next? Next, let's see. So further, what happened? All the answer being different, the king agreed with none of them and gave the reward to none. So different the answer he got, but with no one he agreed. That's why he didn't didn't give the award to anybody, not to any expert. But still wishing to find the right answer to his questions, he decided to consult a hermit widely renowned for his wisdom. हर्मिट मीन्स ज्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये साधू म्हणतो, जो जंगलामध्ये राहतो, तपश्चर्या करतो, ज्ञान प्राप्त करतो, दॅट इज कॉल्ड द hermit. A man who live in jungle or in the forest and he doesn't comes in society. He doesn't live as a common persons. And here is another words, renown. Widely renowned. That means the famous. Renown means famous. So when the king didn't get the answer for his three questions, he still decided to take the advice of that renowned person, that is the hermit. So he decided to consult a hermit widely renowned for his wisdom. Wisdom means आपण ज्याला म्हणतो शहाणपण, ज्याच्यामध्ये शहाणपण भरलेला असतो, that is the wisdom. The hermit lived in a wood which he never quitted. Here the word wood stand for the jungle. No doubt wood means lakdi आपण ज्याला म्हणतो, पण here stand for the jungle. So where the hermit was living, he was living in jungle, in a wood which he never quitted. That means he never left that place. He always lived in that place, in the jungle. And he received none but common folk. Folk means people. So what was the specialty of that hermit? He received none but the common folk. He received not important person but the common folk. Whenever the common persons goes to that hermit, he receive them, he greet them, welcome them. So the king put on a simple cloth. So king was aware about this fact. That's why he didn't didn't go there in kingly attire, in kingly cloth, but in common cloth. He put on himself the common simple cloth, and before reaching the hermit's cell, dismounted from his horse and leaving his bodyguard behind, went on alone. So when he became aware that the hermit meets only common person, so he put on simple clothes. He also come down from his horse. He doesn't allow his bodyguard to follow him. He leave his bodyguard far away and come on his foot to his to this hermit, to that wise man. Come as a common man, not a king. When the king approached, the hermit was digging the ground in front of his hut. And when the king arrived there, what he saw, the hermit was digging the ground in front of his hut. Hut means मराठीमध्ये आपण ज्याला म्हणतो झोपडी, cottage. Seeing the king, he greeted him and went on digging. Greet means to welcome him. When the hermit saw, he greeted him and didn't stop from working. He go on working. The hermit was frail and weak, and each time he stuck his spade into the ground and turned a little earth, he breathed heavily. So here we have the descriptions of hermit. He was a frail and weak. He was not physically strong. He was frail and weak, and whenever he struck his spade into the ground, each time he breathed heavily because he was a weak person or old person. The king went up to him and said, I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer three questions. And king now went up to that hermit and asked him, because he came there in order to satisfy his quest for three questions. And here he said, I have come to you to answer my three questions. What what were his three questions? The first was, how can I learn to do right thing at the right time? His first question is, how can he learn the to do right thing on right time? What is the right time for doing the right thing? The second question is that, who are the people I most needed and to whom I therefore pay more attention than the rest? And second question, who are the people I most needed and to whom I should give more attentions? And the third questions he raised, what affair are the most important and need my first attentions? The questions he raised, what is the most important affair so that I should give my best attentions to him, my the first attention to that work or that business. Then the hermit listened to the king but answered nothing. He just spat on his hand and recommended digging. But the wise person, the hermit, said nothing. He replied none of his questions, but suggests that he should help him in digging. Digging means गड्ढे खोदने, खोदाईसाठी. You are tired, said the king. Let me take the spade and work a while for you. The king said, I think you are looking at tired persons. You have tired working with that spade. Let me work for you and rest. Take rest. Thanks, said the hermit, and giving the spade to the king, he sat down on the ground. Now, the hermit sat on the ground and the king is working for him. When he had dug two beds, the king stopped and repeated his questions. The hermit again gave no answer, but rose, stretched out his hand for the spade, and said, now rest a while and let me work a bit. So the king worked a while, worked for some times, and then again raised his three questions. But in this time also, the hermit said nothing. And what he said, I think you might have tired. Let me work again. So, what happens? We will see in the next video. Thank you.